Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Welcome actually to the first video in my problematic skincare series. This is something that I really wanted to create on my channel. As soon as I started a channel here on YouTube, I was like, this is something the world needs, because I was searching for something like this and it did not exist. So here I am giving you guys the first video, and today is all about how to cover up acne. This series is focused all around, like it says in the title, problematic skin. Everybody has their own issues that they deal with, whether that be acne, like today's video, or whether that be things like dark under eye circles, or just very tired skin, dehydrated skin, dry skin, sometimes when you drink too much and your skin's a little bit puffy the next day. Everyone wakes up and feels that they have something that they need to deal with. Personally, I know when I am dealing with a horrible skin day, the first thing I do is hop on YouTube and be like, is there somebody who can help me with my problem? And this is what I wanted to create for you guys. You can see that my skin right now looks very clear and it looks very glowy, if I do say so myself. But honestly guys, you do not know what I have going on under here, and I will let you see in a little bit when we start the tutorial. But trust me, my skin is having a major freak out. It just started from one decision that I made and then just the snowball effect, and now I have a face full of acne. And instead of crying about it, I figured, let's be productive, let's film a video, let's actually show how to cover up skin that you do not want to deal with. I really hope you guys enjoy, and just keep on watching to see the video. Oh, are you guys ready to see this? Okay, this is the worst, one of the worst breakouts I have ever dealt with in my entire life. As you can see, I have a lot on my forehead, I have some on my chin here, some underneath, some up by my nostril, just everywhere. This is kind of hard for me to do, but I figured if I can at least help one person, this is totally worth it. Whenever I'm trying to cover up acne, sometimes I just have a few little ones here and there, or just maybe one if I'm lucky. But this month I am dealing with a whole face of them. Let me give you guys a better look, despite how much I don't want to do this. Be kind, but this is my current situation. Now that we've gotten up close and personal, let me tell you how I even got here. I normally have decent skin. I'll get like the odd chin breakout near my time of the month, but other than that, I have fairly decent skin. So you're asking, how did this happen? I think I figured it out. I am an avid skincare junkie. I love to do my skincare routine and morning routine every single day. I never miss it. Last week, I decided 3 nights in a row that I was just gonna forgo my skincare routine and not do a thing. So I went to bed with oil and dirt and makeup, and I just didn't care. And Monday of this week, my skin just decided to freak out. This isn't about my woe story. This is about how I want to help people cover up whatever they are dealing with. Growing up in the beauty industry, you're told constantly your skin needs to be perfect, it needs to be flawless, there needs to be no red marks, it needs to be oil-free, shine-free, it just needs to be perfect. As a kid, that's what I tried to achieve. Whenever I had a breakout, I would use the heaviest coverage concealer and foundation possibly known to man, and I would just mask myself. I mean, you could never see my acne, which was great, but you would always see kind of that cake face appearance that nobody wants. So through trial and error and many years of working in the beauty industry, I finally found a routine that works really great in allowing your skin to breathe, first of all, because you don't want more zits. It allows your skin to look healthy and dewy and glowy and like you have nothing going on underneath. I have my mirror up behind you guys, so if you see me looking up like this and just working, just know that I am just using my mirror. As I said, avid skincare junkie, I love taking care of my skin, and that really is the first place to start. So I'm not going to give you guys an entire skincare rundown, but I just wanted to mention 2 things before you ever start a makeup routine if you're dealing with acne. So first things first is you want to exfoliate. This one is from Murad. This is their skin finishing polish, skin smoothing polish. So I got this one from Sephora, but you can also pick this up at other locations, I believe Ulta and CVS in the States if I'm not mistaken. So this is a physical exfoliant, and what that means is it has little granules in there which will actually buff away any dead skin or any, you know, gross stuff that you have going on that you do not want to cover up with makeup. After that, immediately you want to go into a moisturizer or a hydrating serum. This one is from Drunk Elephant. I love this one. It's very lightweight, doesn't make me extra oily. It just sinks right in, so I can do my makeup about 5 minutes later. But any moisturizer that you have on hand, use this immediately afterwards. So I've already done both of these steps, so my face is prepped and we're ready to go. So I'm just gonna bring you guys in a little bit closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing to my skin. First things first, we're gonna start with foundation. Like I said back in the day, I used to use a very full coverage mask-like foundation, and that just looks very unnatural. So one of the tips that I'm going to recommend is using a lightweight or a sheer foundation. This one is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, if that's gonna focus, but I'll leave everything down in the description box for you guys. This is a pretty pricey foundation. I do love it. There are drugstore alternatives. I have one here. This one is the Bourjois foundation, and this is from Shoppers Drug Mart. This is a Shoppers Drug Mart exclusive. You can't buy this anywhere else, but you can buy it online. So here is the Bourjois Healthy Skin, and the reason why I like both of these is that, like I said, they're very sheer. They just even the complexion, and that's our only goal right now. We don't want the foundation to cover up the acne marks. I know that sounds counterproductive, but we just want to even out any redness and the complexion of the skin so that we can tackle the acne marks after. I also have a wet sponge with me, and this is my tool of choice. You can use like a kabuki brush or a buffing brush, and that will lay down the product a little bit thicker. But like I said, we're aiming just to even out the complexion, so I'm going to use a damp beauty blender. So I am just dotting this onto one half of the face so you guys can see, and then I'm going to grab that sponge and just start blending it in. So as you can see already, I hope you can see this on camera, but the half that has the very lightweight foundation on it has just evened out my complexion. You can still see massive zit here, but it just evened out the redness, and it's really making my skin just look like skin. Like I said, the imperfections are gonna show through, but we will tackle those in a second. So I'm just gonna finish up my face. So now that I'm done my face, I'm gonna move in closely so you can see what I mean about the complexion. So all of the acne is still pretty visible, but in terms of the complexion itself, it's just very even, and that's all we're asking for with this step. You don't want anything that's just gonna cover like a sheet mask, just because it looks very unnatural, and throughout the day it'll start to break down. Our goal in this tutorial is to have the most natural looking skin possible. Next, we are going to move under eye, just so I look a little bit more awake. For under eye, I like to use two different concealers just so I get my perfect shade. So I have one from NARS, the creamy concealer, and I have the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. As you can tell, the colors are quite different, but I like to mix the two of them together just so I can get my perfect shade. So if you guys have a favorite concealer that you love using, by all means, just grab that and you are good to go. I'm running out of this one. I am going to focus on the inner part of my eye here. You'll see with my sponge again that I'm just going to blend in that triangle fashion, but without extra product. So see, focus on that middle part, grab, and blend. So the difference from one eye to the other. If you have any excess on the back of your hand, you can bring it into any areas that are a little bit red, not the acne spots. We just want to focus on general redness. So I have some down the bridge of my nose, and I also have some just under my eye here. Like I said, the goal is to not add a ton more product, but to just even out that base layer so it looks like you have nice and healthy skin, which you do. You're just currently dealing with some breakouts. So the next part is the part you guys are definitely here for. It is how to actually cover the acne spots, right? That is my magic secret in all of this. And really it's simple. This might not be new to any of you, but we really want to focus on spot concealing. What that means is you're going to be grabbing a brush, and this one is a very fine tip brush. It is dirty, so do not judge me. But it is a fine tip brush. You want the smallest one possible. Then you're gonna grab a concealer that is the exact same shade as your face, and the one that I like to use use is the Maybelline Age Erase Concealer. This is also really great under eye concealer, but I do prefer it for my face just because of the formula. It's a little bit thicker and it really just holds throughout the day. I'm going to zoom you guys in even more. Okay, now we are super up and close and personal. You are going to grab a little bit of the concealer onto your brush, and I'm gonna work on this big one up here by my eyebrow. And the goal here is to pat the product on. So you can see that I've patted it on. Then you're going to use your middle finger or your ring finger, whichever you prefer, and you're going to pat around the actual zit. And this is to blend in the concealer without getting rid of what you've just placed down on top of the pimple. So there, you guys can already see she's gone. We'll do this one right between, because that is a super convenient location to get one. And you're gonna pat. And you can keep layering as needed. But like I said, the goal is to have the least amount of product on your face possible. That one, you can still see a little bit of the contour of it, but in terms of color and when I back up, gone. I'm going to work on the rest of my face and I will speed things up for you guys, and I will see you in just a bit. Now that you're done camouflaging everything that you can, we do not want our hard work to go to waste, right? Like, God forbid it rains outside. So we are going to set it, and I'm using my trusty Dermablend powder, and this is, like you can see in the container, very white, very, very, very translucent when you put it on. I know it looks a little intimidating in the container, but trust me, it goes on and makes everything just seem airbrushed. So in terms of brushes, I'm using this one from Real Techniques. It is a smaller, just slightly fluffy brush, so I can get directly under my eyes, between my nose crevices, all of those great places. So I'm just going to set this in place. Okay, so that's it for the base. That's done. Everything is set. Like I said, this really makes your skin look like skin and it feels like skin. That's the best part to me. I hated wearing very heavy, thick makeup that you just wanted to take off after an hour of putting it on. Whereas this lets your skin breathe, it lets the spots heal, and it just covers them up enough that you can go out in public and not feel like you have a ton of zits on your face. To finish off the makeup and to really, really emphasize the healthy skin aspect, I really want to show you guys how I highlight. So I feel that highlighting is something that really makes your skin feel like it's dewy and glowy and healthy. The highlighter that I really like is this one here, and this is from Becca Cosmetics. This is their liquid highlighter, and I believe I have mine in Moonstone. That is not gonna show up for you guys. Take my word for it. Like I said, I'll leave everything down below, but I like to use the smallest little bit of this and my handy dandy damp beauty blender sponge, and you will see what a difference it makes. It makes your face go from flat to very, very healthy and luminous. Just using the tiniest amount. It's literally the smallest amount. You're going to take the sponge, you're going to dip it in, and you're just gonna do the high points of the face. So I hope this picks up on camera. Oh yeah, it is. So nice. So I am done with the highlighter here, and you can see it just makes the skin look really healthy and dewy and like you have nothing going on under there, even though we all knew what I was working with at the beginning of this video. I would say this is a serious improvement. So I'm just gonna finish up the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Okay, so that's it guys. I'm done with the rest of my makeup. I added a little bit of bronzer and blush, kept that same highlight I showed you guys on camera, mascara, lip gloss, that's it. Honestly, without explaining it, it probably takes about 10 to 15 minutes tops in the morning. I know it can be daunting sometimes waking up and having so many different spots to try and cover, and you're like, holy crap, how am I going to do this? It seems like such a task. So that was my goal today, to show you guys that you A, don't need a lot of product, and B, it really depends on your technique and your placement of how you're applying that product. So I really hope that this helped. Like I said, I have had way too many trial and error periods myself of wearing mask foundation and sometimes the wrong shade of foundation. That is a different story though that I will get into another time. I really hope you guys liked my first video in my skincare series. Be sure to check the other ones out. I will have them coming up in weeks to follow, so watch out for those. In order to see them though, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification so you don't miss any of my new videos. Like I said, I really hope this helps some of you, and if I can just help one person, this video was so worth showing my bare face on the internet. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Until then, have a great day.